why didn't you marry a black woman? I'm like, damn.
I was thinking, I don't want little Pakistani kids running around the house. Oh, hi, daddy. You're not meant to look like that. What's wrong with you? Whoa, my kid's not going to be black. And I literally went into meltdown. Assalamu alaikum, guys. What's going on? We are the X's and we are in Barbados. We are recording, well, not live. We are currently in Stornoway.
We thought we'd make a video just responding to some comments that we got on the ethnicity video that we did, because we're in the place where I was born. We're actually here. We're on Luskintyre Beach, which is in Harris, on the Isle of Lewis, on the island that I'm from. Yeah,
we're gonna... that she's from, which is this. This is the island.
I told you it was real. I told you those beaches.
Yeah, I thought the picture was fake, but whoa, are you seeing this behind us?
It's so beautiful.
This is the Atlantic Ocean behind us. So if the sound is a bit dodgy, it's because we're just gonna have to deal with it because we're on an island. We got a lot of response on the first video. Genuinely, we just had some questions asking us, you're an interracial couple, have you had any problems with your ethnicity? Where are you from? Where's your dad from? Where's your mum from? We'd love to meet the family. We decided we'd make a casual response.
And a bunch of stuff was cut out too, so the video was just way too long and there were too many different topics. So then we got some comments saying, what about this? What about this? And we're like, oh no, that was meant to be in the video.
And I said I included it in the original one, but I cut it out. It's like, why did you cut it out? Because the video would have been 40 minutes long. So instead of covering all of the topics that we missed out, we thought that we'd just respond to a few of the comments or like share a few of the comments with you.
Also, if I'm a bit stiff, I've left my hijab magnets back in England, so I'm a bit like this.
Yeah, I'm sitting on my hoodie right now. I'm a bit like this. No, I'm not, actually it's really hot.
He went into the water, he's like, I'm so cold. I was like, no, it's warm, okay?
Men, if you know, you know, no matter how hot it is, once the water goes above your waist, it's game over. So I'm going to start by saying, Amara,
yes.
Alhamdulillah, we got like over 1,000 comments on that ethnicity video. Yeah. Which comment sticks out in your head the most? If you just have to pick one now, go.
Why didn't you marry a black woman? I'm like, damn.
That question popped up way more than once.
No, you know what? Okay, you know what it is? They're from sisters. Some sisters said it really politely, and then some sisters said it like with a bit of something behind it. And I was like, if I saw you in person, I'd be best friends with you, what? And I'm like, why are you coming for me?
That was one of the questions.
Yeah.
Why didn't you marry a black woman? Another black guy marrying outside of his culture. The West has got to him as well, even though, well, you're from Scotland. You're from here.
I'm from here.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Out of all the comments, which comment stood out the most to you?
The thing that stood out to me the most, and it just made me laugh, he's not even black. Yeah?
Other people were like, you look Somali.
Well, yeah.
Somebody said you look like DJ Khaled.
Bro, you know you don't see your face in someone, please, if anybody, wallah, please don't comment saying I look like DJ Khaled because I will block you. The comment that stuck out to me the most was, he's not even black. He said that his dad's from Cuba.
People were saying that you were Spanish, no?
Yeah. I didn't say my dad was from Cuba actually, I said my granddad was from Cuba. They were saying that a Cuban's got Spanish roots, his mum's Pakistani and his dad's Cuban, so where's the black? I thought I was claiming and just throwing up the black card like, yeah, I'm black too. Blickety black. The thing that I found most interesting, so many people looked at the same picture, which was just us sat next to each other, and saw something different, you know? So many people looked at the same picture and said a totally different thing. He's not even black. He looks so Somali. Cuban people have Spanish origins, Cuban's not black. Cuban people actually have African origins, so he's definitely black. When he's talking, he looks Jamaican. He's not talking, he looks Pakistani. Bro, you don't even look Pakistani. Interracial, that's what I want to see more of this.
No.
I don't want to see this ever again. So many people looked at just this picture.
Felt different things, like
felt different things.
Yeah.
A big part of that video was us saying why racism and certain discriminations are obviously wrong, and the people that we got the most backlash from were the people that are the same ethnicity as us, in the sense that I got the most hate from people of African origin, from black men and women. Amara got most hate from Pakistani, Afghani, saying you're not even Afghani. Pakistan's not even a culture. How dare you claim this? Somebody made, how many accounts did they make?
Yeah, somebody made like 8 accounts and just spammed it with hate, saying that I was a prostitute lady.
Yeah, so you were the daughter of prostitutes or something like that. The negative comments that we did get, surprisingly, were from the cultures that we actually do belong to, which I thought was shocking. So there's that too.
I'm just from Stornoway, okay? Because nobody from Stornoway is going to see the video and comment. So I'm from Stornoway, that's all I have.
So let's just get into it anyway. So this is partly my fault. When you're speaking live in the moment, nothing's rehearsed. We're not reading off a script. Sometimes we miscommunicate or jumble up our words. I tried so many times in the edit to get it clean, yeah, put this word in front of that one just to make it coherent. I said that my granddad was Jamaican, but his parents were born in Cuba.
Soy cubano.
Soy cubano. My granddad's parents were both of African descent. My granddad's mother and father both used to work for a wealthy Cuban family, and eventually they married each other and moved to Jamaica, where they had my granddad. Everybody was imagining that my grandparents, like this Spanish guy with a little Spanish Cuban mustache. Cuban people have Hispanic roots, but they also have African roots. So I just thought it was really funny, people saying he's not even black. And God rest my grandparents' souls, they've both passed, but they're black, do you know what I mean? So I'm growing up with my grandma and my granddad thinking full patois, dark skin. My dad...
Your dad? Your dad looks like Idris Elba.
My dad literally looks like Idris Elba, Eddie Murphy, literally like the spit of him.
Eddie Murphy? Your dad doesn't look like Eddie Murphy.
I'll show you a picture of my dad. I'm going to put a picture of my dad on the
when
screen.
He was young?
Yeah.
There's
a picture of the
that.
toothpick.
Yeah,
Tell me if my dad looks like Eddie Murphy. Ooh! And I'm just thinking, have you even seen my dad? I'm sitting with my dad reading the comments.
You literally laughed. He read the comment. He was laughing like, what? Have you seen my grandparents?
I looked at my dad like, are you seeing this, dad? Yeah, so but that was my mistake. My sister did a ancestry test a few years back. When you go back and they tell you where you originated from. We're from Benin, which is next to Togo in Africa. So how Spanish is that? No hate to the Spanish people. We love you. Amara was getting a bit of hate as well for saying that she's Batan.
Yeah, I said I'm an 8th Iranian. I wasn't trying to claim I'm Iranian. No, I was just saying I'm an 8th Iranian, that's it.
Did you ever play Prince of Persia?
No.
I think I was Prince of Persia, now I got a Persian girl.
Persian music, that song that you play. That's beautiful.
One of the other big topic questions, like Amara said at the start, was...
Why didn't you marry a black woman? Why didn't you marry a black woman, Sufyan? You got something against black women, Sufyan?
I've not got anything against black women.
I know you don't.
In the original video, I went into depth in this, yeah. The people were saying, why didn't he marry a black woman? One of the comments that was most responded to, it's not, oh, why didn't you marry a black woman? There's an issue right now. A lot of black women or women of African origin, they've not been able to find partners, struggling to get married. A large proportion of black people do believe black should marry black, which was the problem. The original intent of the video was meant to say, okay, well, you can marry outside of your culture, yeah? There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, we approached it from an Islamic perspective, but to say that there's no difference between a man who's black, a man who's white. There's a quote from Christianity as well, isn't there? Jew nor Gentile. In Islam, we've got a black nor white, king and a servant. It actually goes into the skin color. And there's a quote in the Quran as well. Allah said, I created you from different tribes with different skin colors and different backgrounds so that you can get to know each other, and there is no difference in either of you other than
in piety and righteousness,
the way you conduct and practice your religion, basically your piety to Allah, your iman. That's the only difference I see in your character. From a Muslim Islamic perspective, we agree with the Quran. People may have a different interpretation of something in the Quran which is inaccurate, but the Quran we believe is fully true. If Allah is saying there's no limitation for who you can marry based on their culture or their ethnicity, and then we're saying actually no, there's an issue in the real world right now, black women are being left single, so black men should marry black women, it's their duty to do so. Do you know what I mean? So
that video was like over a month ago, so my reaction to it now is like, I'm very used to those comments now because it was more than one time, but the first time I got that comment, it really hit me. I felt like, whoa, this is my Sufyan, you know what I mean? Like, this is my husband. I was thinking, how can another woman feel like she could be better for him than me when I'm married to him?
She has more of a claim to me.
Yeah, it felt
strictly based on the fact that she's also...
Yeah, no, but the claim word, it felt like somebody was saying that they have a claim over Sufyan, or that they are more entitled to Sufyan than anybody else. It just feels like, how can that be when he's my husband? How can anybody, feel like that? That was a crazy thing to me, that somebody could feel like they are like more entitled to my husband than me when I'm your wife.
Yeah. And Amara struggled with that for a bit. She was discussing with me saying, this is kind of like blown my mind a bit.
I can't even grasp it, you know what I mean? It's a familiarity, so I'm extremely familiar with you. How could somebody feel like they could be more familiar to my husband than me? But I also don't notice the difference between me and Sufyan. Like, I don't think about our race.
That was part of the thing I said in that video, because you've not experienced racism.
Yeah, I've not. I did recently, but not in a big way.
Yeah. Your whole narrative's different, isn't it? Yeah. We've got lived experience. I'd say every single black person has got a lived experience of racism, and then the thing has become attached to that. So yeah, what you're saying is definitely right. How can somebody stake a claim to me based on the fact that we share ethnicity?
How can somebody feel like the colour of your skin or where you're from means that you're destined for that person. That's crazy.
Now, obviously, the reason that is a problem, other than just like ignorance, is because there is a genuine issue with black women struggling to getting married. So there's an emotional argument.
I guess if I think about it, they could feel like you're their people and you know their struggle, and why aren't you helping them?
I understand that, yeah. Obviously, like I said, I'm black and I'm proud to be black. Although I'm going to stop using that word in a minute. Before I got married, who I seeked as a woman, her race never came into it. You know, when you're growing up and you go through phases, we went from Asian, black, Somali, as dark as the skin can go, mix. As I got a bit older, I realised that the heritage or the ethnicity of the woman is not so important to me, and it's more, obviously for myself, it was the religion, because I'm a Muslim and I want to marry a Muslim woman, the character and the conduct and other things like that. And obviously, yeah, you're gonna have differences if you are from different cultural backgrounds, especially if there's like a plight, we came from this and this is the plight of our people, and she can't really understand that, or I can't really understand that. We're gonna have to bridge the gap in some way, but that doesn't mean that those two people can't learn to understand. So what happened is, before I got married, our families met and everything, and we were setting up the wedding, and I had this shock, and I started going into like having internal panic, because I thought, oh wait, I loved Amara already, I wanted to marry her. She was perfect for me, basically. What I required in a woman in terms of understanding and respect, and her, just how she was, she just ticked all of the boxes for me, And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna get married, this is exciting. Oh, what about my kids? Wait, she's Pakistani. I had this picture of my kids in my head. They're like me, curly hair, running around, They're gonna go through the same as me, and I can teach them this and I can teach them that. And I thought, oh wait, my dad's Jamaican, African, my dad's a black man, my mum's Pakistani, so I'm mixed. But then she's Pakistani, so I'm gonna have a kid, and my kid's gonna lose the black. And I was like, whoa, my kid's not gonna be black. And I literally went into meltdown, and I even discussed it with Amara. I don't really discuss anything personal, I'm not that kind of person, but just to kind of work through my thoughts, I was like, I'm kind of having this problem right now, because it's not that I will need to marry a black woman, but I need black kids. You know what I mean? I want my kids to be black. So I'm not saying, sorry, I'm not interested in you. I didn't do the math, and I need black kids. My kids
it's literally math isn't like fractions. They're gonna be 1/4 Jamaican and then 3/4
and I thought,
Pakistani.
I can't. Obviously, prior to being interested in Amara, I was never thinking about getting married, not right now anyway, so it never really popped up that, okay, well, you need to make sure that you marry a black woman. But all of a sudden, it was really important to me. So it's not something that I didn't think about.
Because being black is like a big part of your identity.
It's a massive part of my identity. It's like nearly
Which
all
is
of it.
funny why that comment where people are like, you're not black, you're like, what?
Do you not understand? The ways I identify, I'm black, I'm Muslim, I'm Pakistani. Those are the three things that make me
who you are.
The real integral parts of who I am.
And it's natural for you to want your kids to have the strength in your identity that you've grown up with, you know?
So anyway, I had problems with that, and we spoke about it.
It was really hard to receive that, because it was one of the few things that I couldn't do anything about. He had an issue with something that I couldn't change. Like, I can't change where I'm from, and I can't change him feeling like that, and I can't fix it. So I had to kind of just, be there to support him, but he had to, figure it out for himself, kind of thing.
I thought about it, but I just came to the conclusion that my kids are going to have me and them, and like I said in the last video, I am full Jamaican and full Pakistani, so my kids are gonna have all of me inside them. They're gonna be as Jamaican, African, black, whatever you want to call it, as I am. If you have watched the previous video, then you understand what conclusion I did come to. But I struggled for a long time. I genuinely struggled. I was thinking, I don't want little Pakistani kids running around the house. They're my kids. I want them to look like me. You know what I mean?
It's funny because some of the comments said, you don't even look black, you look full Pakistani, you look Bengali.
I just thought about this kid with curtains hair like this, going around saying, oh, hi daddy. You're not meant to look like that, what's wrong with you? A lot of people do marry somebody that is similar to their mother. My mother is Pakistani. Maybe that contributed to it, maybe it didn't,
Thank you, Amma.
Obviously, because it's an issue that's close to me and close to my family, it's something that we've all discussed at length. There are just so many things that come into it. Just some questions to ask. So just because black women are struggling to get married, does it mean now all black men have to marry black women? Is that the solution? Some people think that's the solution. What about if the black man doesn't want to marry a black woman? Oh, well, there's plenty of attractive black women out there. Go and find one. There's a problem in that. Yes, there are many beautiful black women. Should a man limit his search to only looking for love within a certain ethnic group? I'm not entirely sure that.
It's not only that though, but then you're also saying that if it's not that group of people, if you fall in love with somebody that's not from that group of people, you're not allowed to marry them. That's racism. I'm against you marrying somebody of that colour. You have to marry somebody your own colour. That's racism.
Well, we think of it as black people. If somebody said it to you, you loved a Pakistani or a white girl or a white man, and he said, listen, you can't marry because she's black. Sorry, I'm not having it. We'd feel offended by that.
Yeah.
No, we need to look after our own. We'd feel offended by that. So if you put the shoe on the other foot and give that same argument, there's problems with it. Now, I do understand now that women are struggling, but that doesn't mean that something that you wouldn't tolerate in another circumstance is okay here.
Part of our video as well was saying that people from the Pakistani culture were surprised because in a lot of traditional Pakistani families, they would be like, no, you have to marry a Pakistani boy if you're Pakistani girl. So a lot of people were like, oh my goodness, that's so cool that, you know, you're married in your different ethnicities.
Yeah, that was like the whole point of the
That was the point of the video.
Saying,
the fact that the racism that exists within some Pakistani families where you have to marry Pakistani, that is a wrong thing. The response we got was,
well, you should marry black women.
Yeah, which is the same thing but just in a different culture.
It is exactly the same thing, yeah. Another thing that I wanted to point out, the word black is a misnomer because nobody's black. My hair's black, my skin's not black. Even people who are really, really dark skinned, nobody's skin is black. We're different shades of brown, I guess. Dark brown, deep brown, sandy brown. I can do this because I'm on camera. I used to describe myself as a wet sand. My name does mean sandstone. What's the lady called that comments? She's my favorite. So black is a misnomer. Nobody is actually black. But what I wanted to just explain quickly is that yes, my mother is Pakistani. So she moved to England when she was 2 years old, grown up, and she's been educated here. She was an English teacher, a drama teacher. She taught at colleges and she became a head teacher, was a head teacher for a long time. And so she's a very learned woman, been right through the system from the bottom all the way to the top. When she was in school, she went to school in Huddersfield. I think there was her, maybe one other girl that maybe like Indian or Asian, I think Southeast Asian, and there was some black people there as well. And my mum was racially abused with the same words that were used for black people. So we're talking about the N-word, C-word, this is a whole load of racial slurs. Do you remember the Gollywog dolls? She was called the same names that all of the Jamaican girls and African girls were called. And my mum identified as this collective term of what people were referring to as black. And if you speak to my mum, who's a Pakistani woman, who's about Amara's complexion, and you'll say, what are you? She'll say, I'm black. She doesn't think she's African, she doesn't think she's Jamaican, but she says, I'm a black woman, but I'm Pakistani though, because she always identified other as black. So she said whether the guy's Chinese, Japanese, Asian, Jamaican, African, Puerto Rican, we're all black. People don't understand that we're all black. She said I grew up in the racism and experienced it. They don't think any different between all of us. They're one thing and we're all the other, and that all of the other thing is black. So obviously when people say black, it holds political value. The word in itself, black, doesn't mean anything, does it?
Yeah, I think your mum feels like if you're not white, then you're black.
When she goes, I'm a black woman. Mara asked my mum, what's Sufyan? His mum's Pakistani, his dad's Jamaican. He's a black man, of course he's a black man. It might seem funny, you know, seeing her say that, but it's beautiful. She was racially abused exactly the same way. She doesn't see any difference between her and an African sister or a Syrian sister or a Japanese sister or whatever it is. She goes, we're all the same. It's true, but people need to stop calling us black, really. As somebody commented saying, when are they going to stop calling us black? I agree, it's the incorrect way to describe our pigmentation. We're not black, we're melanated. You know? But a lot of people moved away from saying that word. They say African American, Afro-Caribbean.
Oh my god, when you say Afro-Caribbean, I really miss that Jamaican food now. I want some dumpling.
I want some dumpling. Yeah, so the word black is a misnomer. It inaccurately describes what we are. There are a bunch of words we could use to accurately describe us, but when we say black, or when a lot of people do say black, you know, they mean something else. I just thought that was interesting to touch on because I didn't touch on it before. There are obviously loads of other comments. One guy commented saying because they're both Muslim it's okay, but the fact that she's even married a black man shows that she's basically rebelling against her culture or something like that. Yeah, John, it is, yeah. Just because you don't do something, just because I didn't marry a black woman, just because somebody who's African didn't marry an African woman, it doesn't mean he's been colonized and he's been westernized. He's got some self-hatred going on. You've been tricked into thinking something's more beautiful than the other. So it doesn't mean that, you know. And just because Amara's married me doesn't mean that she's rebelled against her culture. Speak to her parents. Her parents love me.
My parents do love him. My dad's best friends with Sufyan. Mom loves him.
I love him.
I'm Pakistani. I'm not rebelling against my culture by marrying a black man because I've always got Pakistan with me because I'm Pakistani. He's half Pakistani. I'm not escaping my body, going into another body or something. Yeah. I am Pakistani. Yeah. I've got it with me all the time.
So hey, listen, this was just a quick video just to respond to a few of the comments, let you guys know where we're up to.
We got so many nice comments to people saying that they're really happy to see an interracial couple. Some people were from places that it was like really alien to them to see different cultures together, which is so cool because you take it for granted. So it's really nice that people felt really like comforted by it or felt like, oh, I'm not the only one, or I want to do that.
There is really only one race, the human race. It's true.
I was thinking, are you about to say the human race?
Allah created us all, yeah. We're human beings created from what? From clay, from dirt.
We're created from one thing. Dirt.
I would say marry who you want.
Marry who you love. You can marry whoever you want, and if you want to marry somebody from your own race, you marry somebody from your own race.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Just so you know, the comment that popped up the most was I look Somali.
That problem a lot.
Like I said, the African side, we're from Benin. Anyone from Benin, shout me out in the comments. We're gonna do an actual full ancestry DNA test soon, and we'll find out exactly who is from where. Although I feel like the government get involved in some of that stuff, and I don't like it. I don't like people having too much information on me, you know. So that's all for today.
If you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to see more videos like this and a bunch of other things that we make, please hit subscribe. And marry who you want to marry, guys. Unless you're already married. But marry whoever you want to marry. It's okay.
Thanks for watching. My name's Sufyan.
My name's Amar.
We are the X's, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Amar, my legs are gone.
Come on.
No, I can't run. No, wallah, I've just been sat on my feet. We're meant to be running away. We're trying to run away from the camera, but I've been sat on my foot for so long, yeah? Like, what are you laughing at? Trying to run.
Come on. My old man.